Good morning. So today is February 13th, 2019, and today is Wednesday. I have not picked up this camera all week. I've been intending to, just haven't really had time to. But I can't get my coat off. But I wanted to come out and share with you all this craft that I did for Jackie Robinson. We talked about Jackie Robinson. Well, we read where's the book? We read the book Luke Goes to Bat, and we read the we watched the Jackie Robinson biography, because I have a Jackie Robinson book biography, but I can't find it. It's a children's book, but I couldn't find it, and so we ended up just watching it on YouTube. And you know how they like read the book to you? We did that. But this is the craft that we did. It's of course Jackie Robinson, and he played for the Brooklyn Dodgers. And we have a baseball and a baseball bat. And most of this stuff, I let them cut out. Like, they colored and cut out their own baseball bat and ball. They cut out their hat, and they cut out their head. And they drew the mouth on. I had already cut the eyes out. And I cut the jersey out just to kind of like save time. But later on, I'm going to go out into the hallway. And you can't even see it smile that good. But this one has a better smile. And I'm gonna go out into the hallway because we wrote we had a writing to go with it, talking about who Jackie Robinson was. And so we did a shared writing together, and that's what I have on the board. Who we talked about: Jackie Robinson. What did he do? He played baseball. He hit a home run. He was the first African American in Major League Baseball. Where did he play? He played at Ebbets Field with the Brooklyn Dodgers. And like a random fact, I guess not that random, but in the story that it talks about never giving up, and so he told Luke to never give up because Luke wanted to be a baseball player, and Jackie Robinson was his favorite. And I'm going to show you the book. This is the book, and I actually have two of these books. I think somebody left one or gave one to my class, but here's one. Here's Luke Goes to Bat, and it's a really good book. My kids like loved it. And so today we have we're gonna be doing Michael Jordan. We're gonna be doing Mae Jemison. I'm trying to fit different people in on different days, and trying to make it interesting to him, because later I'm gonna explain how I'm trying to incorporate Black History Month and make it interesting and relatable to them. So now today we're gonna read Salt in His Shoes, and it's the Michael Jordan In Pursuit of a Dream. And they are going to I need to print out the shoes, but what they're gonna do, we're gonna actually put salt in the bottom of they're gonna be coloring page shoes. They're gonna color their shoes or design their own shoe, and then we're gonna put salt at the bottom of it. I actually forgot to bring the salt, so we may not do that today because I forgot to bring the salt, and I would prefer it be salt and not glitter. And then I also need to test this to see if the salt sticks to the glue, because we might end up just doing glitter. So we might not do that one today. I might say that one for tomorrow or either Friday. And then I don't have the Mae Jemison book, but we're gonna do Mae Jemison, and I'm gonna show you the craft that goes with it. Okay, so this is the Mae Jemison craft. I need to go ask my teammate did the book come in, because I need to read it so we can do it. And I just made this. I went complete old school, y'all. I actually made the templates because I saw the crafts online somewhere, and I thought it was real cool, and so I just made the template for it. And this is mine that I did, and so we're gonna just go for it tomorrow. We ended up not doing a craft today we did another activity. This is what we did because we're doing shapes now. I am so oily right now. I am currently using oh my god, here. I'm currently using Kat Von D foundation, and I use Maybelline concealer and MAC it's a for my contour. I can't think of the name of it, but I'm not really pleased. I don't know what's going on, but I feel like my skin is oily. Anyway, let me show you the activity we did. I'm trying to find my name on it because I'm sure I have some with no names on them. Okay, so this is one we did, and basically they just cut out the shape and they had to paste it where the shape goes. This was the original sheet right here. And ignore my table, it is a hot mess, complete hot mess. I know. Okay, so this was the original sheet, and so I let them color the shapes and they just paste it where they go and cut the bottom part off. And so that was easy. What else? I think that's about it. My husband did send me an edible arrangement, so that was really sweet. Today is, I don't know if I said what today is. Today is February 13th. Well, today is February 13th, the day before Valentine's Day. So he did send it today. And my school has a Girl Scout troop, and we took Girl Scout orders and stuff. And I got some cookies. Somebody actually, one of the office workers, she actually brought me my cookies. So I don't need both of these, so I'm going to re-gift these probably to somebody, just because I don't need both of them, and I don't think my son or my mom likes these, so I'm going to do that. What else? Nothing really major. I do have a slight headache, and I've been feeling really good, but I don't know if I'm coming down with something or what, because I don't feel bad, but I am just not myself. Like, I don't know, I feel a little nasally up in here, and I'm just not feeling well, and I'm just send all this negative energy away and give me some positive energy. Now let's talk about writing. Okay, writing in kindergarten. I wanted to talk about it a little bit more in depth. Before I do that, I want to show y'all this. Okay, we are doing Valentine's shirt. We're doing Valentine's shirts, and so tomorrow they're gonna wear that Valentine's shirt. Look at the girls. This is so cute. And oh, can y'all see it? It's glitter. It's pink and pink painted, pink glitter. And I have some really girly girls. Like one of the girls in my class, she is like a unicorn princess, and she's the only girl in her family. She has an older brother. It's her. No, I'm sorry. She has an older brother, two older brothers. Then it's her. Then she has a baby brother. And so she is like the family's princess. And so everything is unicorn. Everything is cupcakes. Everything is glitter. It is just the cutest. Okay, but now back to writing in kindergarten. So we read about Jackie Robinson, and we did this as just shared writing. And so we went through and I wrote who Jackie Robinson, what he played baseball, hit a home run, first African American in the MLB. He played at Evansville with the Brooklyn Dodgers, and he never gave up. Okay, just in all honesty, some of my kids can do it, some of them can't. When we're going through, and we've been working on like creating sentences, and so they understand that a sentence is a complete thought. They understand that when you're writing a sentence, you have to express it fully. Now, I have told my students, because we are from the South, and we talk a certain way. Sometimes we don't pronounce every single sound in the word that we drop ending sounds. We just do that. We're from the South. And so I told them, even though we talk like that, we can't write like that. But if you are trying to sound something out and that's what you hear, then write it, because that, of course, that's inventive spelling. Cool, no problem. I had some, we went through and we actually wrote sentences. Our first sentence started off with Jackie Robinson was or is. And I'm going to try to find here's some work samples. Okay. Let me see if I can flip her name over. Okay, because this little girl, she kind of got it. And even though I must admit I did help her more than I wish I would have helped her, but she knew kind of what she was doing, where we was going with it, and it was one of those things where she was trying and she was doing her best, so I kind of went along with her. Okay, but here it is. Boom, check this out. So she pretty much used the guide from the shared writing we did, and then I told them all. I said we're gonna start off with Jackie Robinson because that's who we're talking about. So I gave them sentence fragments. So our first sentence fragment was Jackie Robinson, and you tell what he did. And my goal was just for them to tell me who he was, what did he do, and just tell me what you remember about Jackie Robinson. And she remembered that he hit the ball. Okay. Cool. Jackie Robinson. Now I show her how to spell this because of course we want to make sure his name's spelled right. She knows how to spell hit because we have been over every letter in the word hit. We know the sight word the, and I helped her with the word ball. She got the first sound, but the A doesn't sound like a, but she heard the L at the end. She kept wanting to put an O, and part of me, I know that's it. I should have just let her win for it and put the O and then corrected her. But I wanted to be a teaching moment, so I was like, no, the A actually doesn't sound like that. It's the O. It's not an O. It's an A, and it's actually twin consonants at the end. I went through the whole spiel, but I did make sure that it was authentic enough that, like, I didn't, for example, with these two capital L's. Of course, we don't put capital L's at the beginning in the middle of a word. But I wanted to show kindergarten-based work because at the end of the day, this is her work, okay? We're still working on finger spaces. And we also had talked about pronouns. And we can change out pronouns, he, she, it, for certain people's names. So instead of writing Jackie Robinson back over for our next 3 sentences or the next 2 sentences, we already have Jackie Robinson, so we know who we're talking about. So we're gonna just put he. Now, he never gave up. Remember, this was on my, you can't even see it. All right. Okay, so remember, this was a quote from the book, or a fact from the book, that he never gave up. And so she remembered that. So I did help her spell never. And then I had wrote it on the anchor chart, so she kind of looked up there. And I did tell her it was gave and not give. And she knew how to spell up. So some of those things are like this is writing. This is what writing is. And I'm glad that she kind of realized each sentence, you just tell something about the person. Now, is it structured to the best? No, but it is telling about Jackie Robinson, and it is describing who he was. And our last sentence is he played baseball. Now, she knew how to spell play because that's actually a word on our word wall. So let me zoom in to play. Play is actually a word on our word wall, and she said she heard a D at the end, and I was like, yeah, played, because it's past tense. Of course, she doesn't know all of that just yet, and so I helped her with the ED, and I kind of should have just let her put the D at the end, but I felt like I needed to explain the ED to her, so I went in and I was like, if it's past tense, you use ED, so we're going to put an ED at the end of play like that. And baseball. So this one was really good, and I want to show you all one more, and then I'm gonna show you one that I Then I'm gonna show you one that was kind of frustrating for me because, I mean, he just kind of didn't get it. And I mean, some kids take longer than others. I get that. I totally get that. But I don't. It's like he wanted to get it so bad, and he couldn't get it. He got frustrated. He got mad. He got irritated. And then he was like, he kind of like gave up. He was like, I don't want to do it no more. But he really did want to do it. And so I think that's what's most heartbreaking, is that I couldn't devote as much time as I wish I would have with him to the writing, because we just kind of like ran out of time. He was just in his mood, in his funk. And then he's one of those students where you got to pep talk him. You do. You got to pep talk him. And I don't have a problem with pep talking him. But at the time, I was working with another student. Well, I was working with a group of students. I was working with them groups at a time, like five. And he couldn't be independent at that time. So I gave him an alternate activity. But I think he felt like, I'm not good enough to do this, so she's just gonna give me this. And that wasn't the case. It was just he needed a little more practice. And I don't know, I don't know, it kind of broke my heart, because I feel like I don't want him to feel like I gave up on him or I didn't try with him, because I totally did. It's just that I didn't have enough time at that point, because then I had to go to a meeting and my assistant wasn't here. It was just so many other factors. And so I explained it to him, and I'm okay with it now, because I explained it to him. I was like, you know, I don't have the time right now, but I want you to do this activity, what you can do on your own, and strengthen what you can do, and then we'll get back to this. And I explained to him, it's like, you're a little frustrated right now, and I get that, because I get frustrated too. You know, I had to go through the whole spiel. And so then that wasted even more time. Not wasted, but that used even more time. And so it was just one of those things where, you know, it's just one of those things that come with teaching. It just comes with teaching. Anyway, I wanted to show, I'm going to show you all his in just a minute, and we're going to go from there. But I wanted to show you one more, because, yo, this kid, like, well, I had 2 kids, but this kid, okay, let me show you this real quick. Okay, let's show you this. This kid, I'm really proud of my students. Like, yeah, no, I'm kind of proud of them. Okay. Now he started off with he, because he wrote like 6 sentences. He's really advanced. He wrote like 6 sentences, and his name and stuff is on the back. So I'm not gonna start with this one. I'm gonna start on this side. So his next sentence was, he hit a home run. He played football. Don't y'all love the way he spelled foot? Like, I just, that's beautiful, because it's invented spelling. And ball, he heard that oh, and so he meant to write, he played at Ebbets Field, and because this is where Jackie Robinson originally played with the Brooklyn Dodgers, and then they tore down Ebbets Field, and I think some apartment buildings are up there now, but it was the stadium that the Dodgers originally played in. And then he wrote, he played for the Brooklyn Dodgers. I don't know why he wrote that, because he can actually spell 4. I think he was about to write the number word 4. Wow. I think he was about to write the number word 4. Okay, but he did pretty good. I was pretty pleased with him. There was one more I kind of wanted to show y'all. I mean, I had several good ones. I really did. I had several good ones. A lot of them use that model. Here he is. This is the one I wanted to show. A lot of them use that model, and they kind of picked up on the sentence frame, like how I wanted them to set the sentence up. And a lot of them, I had to go back and really write the whole sentence. And I guess it's okay, because this is a learning process. But they just copied the sentences I had on the board. They didn't even like attempt to come up with their own sentences. I was like, y'all, we've been talking about Jackie Robinson all week. Like, it's nothing you can tell me about Jackie Robinson. I don't know. I think they was just kind of flustered at the idea of, we're for real writing now. Like, we're writing versus, okay, I'm gonna put this fragment on the board and you go for it. Because the only fragment I gave them was Jackie Robinson, and you tell me something about Jackie Robinson. But that's how Wonders does it. Wonders, we read a book and then we they give them the sentence fragments, and then what's going on today? We give them the sentence fragments, and then they're supposed to come up with the rest of the sentence. And so I'm trying to wean them off of those sentence fragments, and some of them like, no, give it back. But whatever. So I wanted to show y'all this little boy. He came up with some good sentences too. So, and he was at the same table with the other little boy I showed you. So if their sentences sound familiar, it's because they kind of work together, which is totally okay. So Jackie Robinson hit the ball. He did pretty good on this. He played for the Brooklyn Dodgers, and he played football. Now, this is how he spelled football. Isn't that beautiful? And I wrote it up here so he could spell it correctly on his jersey that we put out in the hall. But I kind of sort of wish I would have left like that. So next time, even though it is, I could use it as a teaching tool, I'm definitely probably going to leave it how they spelled it the first time, or just tell them how to do it right. Tell them how to do it right, and tell them, okay, you know, that's good how you did it, but next time do it like this. Okay, they just buzzed my room. It's a Roberts. That's me and a Robert's son, and so they get us mixed up sometimes. So they were calling saying I had a parent-teacher conference, and I don't. But it is parent-teacher conference time. Anyway, so this is one I kind of wanted to show y'all that I am gonna have to go back and really work on him with, which is totally okay because everybody doesn't pick it up as quickly as others. Let me see. His name is on here. I mean, overall they did pretty good, but he just kind of, I don't know if he just didn't try, didn't care, or was just tired, because it was toward the end of the day when we was doing it, and so maybe he was just kind of worn out. But he literally just wrote MLB. Like, he just looked on the anchor chart and saw MLB, and he wrote that. He wrote African America. You know, I mean, it's up there, so he should have put the N, but he didn't. And then he wrote Ebbets, because we have Ebbets Field up there. And it was just kind of like too much for him to, it was just kind of too much for him. So I'm going to have to really break it down for him. Then I had some kind of in-between ones who did do well, but it wasn't cohesive, and it wasn't like just, what I'm trying to say, it wasn't, they still need a little work. And so I am going to allow them to go ahead and put their work up. Like this little boy, let me follow his up. He actually did good, but he got so frustrated, and he could not understand that he was doing good, because I was making him kind of like calm down and start over, or, you know, rewrite some things just so it could be it could look better, be better organized. And he took it as I was saying it was wrong and it was messed up, and it was wrong, it was, but I was helping you correct it so it could be better. And he's one of those kids who don't take rejection well. And so he was like, it's wrong, you making me do it over. But I mean, to me, this is kindergarten work, so I don't feel like he should have felt that he did bad, you know. But we got to just build their confidence up and just know that they can do it. So anyway, but this is his. He started off Jackie Robinson, and then he has was. He had a hard time spelling was, which is okay. okay, which is okay. And I was trying to get him to understand, because, and then I have other students, like I have so many different levels of students. They were like, you spelling this wrong, it ain't like that, you need to change this. And he was just getting flustered. Then I'm getting frustrated too, because I'm like, mind your business, let him spell it how he hears it, you know, and then just let him take it from there, and we can correct it later. But he wrote, Jackie Robinson was and see, I'm trying to give you a back history on him. He's left-handed, and so like these, I thought they were like O's, but I think they're A's with the line on the reverse side. And so, baseball player, I mean, I can totally read this. He hit the ball. He said, never give up. I can, for real, like, I can read that. That's quality kindergarten work, especially for someone who pretty much did it on his own. Like, he did have some guidance, but for the most part, he pretty much did that on his own. We did come up with most of the sentences together, because this was the second time we attempted this. And so we did come up with the sentence together, but he was an active participant in coming up with the sentences. I wrote the sentences on the board, and he kind of like wrote along with them. He knew what was going on. So, I mean, this is okay. This is okay. Everything is okay. But that's just what I wanted to show y'all a little bit about Jackie Robinson, our writing. So we did Jackie Robinson. We're doing Mae Jemison tomorrow. We did read Martin Luther King Jr. and my kids were like into Martin Luther King. Not really sure if they had heard of Martin Luther King, because I'm finding out a lot of kids aren't really knowing much about Black history and civil rights. So don't know if he knew much about Martin Luther King, but they were really into Martin Luther King. And the book we read, I think I turned it back into the library already. But the book we read, yeah, I think I turned it back into the library. If I haven't, my table is such a hot mess, I can't even find it right now. It was a children's book, but it was an honest children's book, and I loved it because they were like, he was bombed, his house was bombed, and it actually said bombed, and he was shot and killed by a guy who did not listen to him about being peaceful and being friends and getting along. You know, it was just really an honest book, but it was children based. You know, it was on a child's level. So that went really well. What else? I think that's about it. We're doing Garrett Morgan tomorrow. I wanted to do, I mean, this is such a good idea. I can't do everything, y'all, but I wanted to do something with Dr. Dan, and he was the first person to perform a successful open heart surgery, and I wanted to play like Operation, and I found Operation at my grandmama's house. She got like the old school Operation, but I kind of want to play Operation with the kids, maybe make it a center or something. So I think I might go over that this week, and at least, what's today? Tomorrow will be Thursday. Go over it Friday and go. Maybe I could do it tomorrow. We could talk about Dr. Dan tomorrow, and then Friday when we have our free choice centers, I might put that out in the puzzle center or the manipulative center and let them do that. I think that'll be good. So I want to do that. Then what else? So many ideas are running through my mind. I am like a scatterbrain right now. The reading club went really well, so I'm happy about that. Not all the kids showed up, and then some kids showed up that wasn't on the list, so it kind of worked out. And so, but everybody was really excited about reading club, and so that was good. I think that's about it. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here, and I am going to clean up, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye. Okay, so after cleaning off my table, I actually did find a book, and this is the book we read, Martin Luther King Jr., and the illustrations were really, really detailed. I'm gonna let y'all flip through the story. I mean, just even the facial expressions, the signs, the people in the march, you know, just everything was really illustrated to really show the strong writing of the book. I enjoyed the book. My students enjoyed the book. You know, it talks about the Nobel Peace Prize. It really shows, like, this is when his house was bombed. So I enjoyed this book. I really think you all, I know people always say, you know, everybody every year talks about Martin Luther King or Rosa Parks. Now I do try to switch it up. However, my students really didn't know much about Martin Luther King, but keep in mind they're young. I'm teaching babies. I have kindergartners, and so not a lot of them know about Martin Luther King or about civil rights. It's like really introducing it in kindergarten. If their parents hadn't introduced it to them, then 9 times out of 10 they're kind of like, what? And so I think Martin Luther King is a good start. You know, he's a staple in the civil rights movement. So I usually like to at least introduce him or read one book about him. And so that's what I did. And it talks about voting. It talks about him winning the Nobel Peace Prize. So all of these things, it talks about his when he did the I Have a Dream speech. So I am tired, y'all. So I just wanted to come back and tell you all I did find a book and show it to you. So that is that. And I'm for real, I'm gone this time because I'm really about to go. I'm about to walk out the door. I just saw this book and I wanted to show it to y'all. So anyway, y'all have a good evening and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye.